You're about to watch a clip from the Videomaker podcast. If you want to see the whole episode, click the link in the description. You guys are recently hacked, and I don't know if it's a catastrophe or what. You guys are back now, I guess. So what exactly happened there?
Well, we have an editor, and I'm not throwing him under the bus, but we have an editor. He has his own channel, and somebody reached out to him with a sponsored deal that seemed a little too good to be true. They're like, hey, would you want to review any of this editing software? Or it was like photo editing software. And he jumped right on it. He downloaded the link, and when he downloaded that link, he was logged into our account. And that link had malicious software, and they took everything over. And so that's how we got hacked. And we believe a lot of the language was in Russian. I don't know if it was Russians. I'm not saying anything. I don't want to be targeted. Russians, I'm sure, are great people. But that's all I know is, yeah, it was like a Trojan virus. It took over our account and all our credentials. They were able to log in, get rid of all the account managers, and transfer partial ownership over to whatever company that they had. And they started running some sort of Bitcoin scam video that was streaming on both our channels. So we have Neebs Gaming, and then Hank and Jed was our first channel where we had a lot of animation. We all started in animation.
So how did you guys find out that you were hacked? Like, who found out first, and what was the initial reaction?
Who found out first?
Or how did you find out?
Well, I think it was the community. Like, it was pretty early in the morning, and I got a notification on my phone that said, hey, someone tried to log in from this IP address. Was it you? And I chose no, thinking that because there's 5 of us on the channel, technically 8 because we have 3 other editors, that somebody might have tried to log in. But I just chose no. It was just a regular Google notification. But then I started getting a ton of alerts on the phone. I run all of our social media, as well as one of the editors and one of the actors on the show. But our community jumped right on it, and they're like, hey, what's going on? I think you guys were hacked. All your videos are gone, which they weren't actually gone. They were just hidden. So they didn't delete the videos that were there, thank God. But we do have a backup of all those, which, you should. If you're a creator, have a backup of everything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's that morning I unsubscribed because I was like, "What's this crap? Like this Bitcoin? I didn't subscribe to this."
Right.
And then
you and a lot of people did.
Yeah. And then I got the notification on Facebook, probably from you, and I went, "Oh crap! I got to go back there and resubscribe." And then just like this live video of someone trying to get me to click on a link, but that's so. Then, so you guys found out once you lost control. How was it getting a hold of YouTube?
Oh, it was difficult at first. So we do have an agent, and he does have a contact over at Google. So he was able to get me some sort of communication within 24 hours, which is rare. In the past, when we've tried to contact YouTube, it's been hard to get a hold of them. And in their defense, they have so many creators. They have so many things going on. I'm sure it's hard to respond to everybody. Yeah. So from the time we actually spoke with somebody at Google, it took about 4 days to actually gain complete control back over the channel where we could continue. No, we got the channel back, and then a couple days later, we were actually able to upload videos as we weren't able to before because there were a lot of people reporting that this was a scam. So it blocked us from uploading content. So it was about a four day period of communication between us and YouTube. Big credit to our community who put a lot of pressure on them. And obviously it's easy to complain about something when something goes wrong, but you have to take into consideration the other guys. Google's a huge company. They have a lot going on. And we just try to be patient with them and work with them best as we could. And they were pretty good considering how many people they have to deal with.
Yeah, totally. And I'm sure there's a lot of hacking attempts every day with every other channel, and you guys just happen to be a big one that let's hope they would want to respond to that. But you guys, did you get any community strikes or anything like that from YouTube during the process that you've had to deal with since, or was YouTube just allowed you guys to take over the channel again and as if nothing happened?
well, the community strikes happened during the hackening, is what they called it.
Yeah.
And that restricted us from uploading content even after we got the channel back. So there was a process with that for a couple of days where they had to remove those community strikes and allow us to upload content again. But everything's fine now. And, you know, it seemed like a catastrophe at the time, but I figured we could probably turn a negative into a positive by informing others of what not to do. Don't open certain software. Make sure you have, you know, a lot of like the dual authentication.
Yeah.
And yeah, the biggest thing is also some feedback to YouTube, because someone was able to immediately gain partial ownership of our channel, which I think that should be a 30-day process. If you're a creator and you allow somebody to have, you know, partial or full control of your channel, there should be a review in place. And I know that might be a lot of paperwork or red tape for YouTube and Google, but I think it could prevent a lot of these problems in the future.
So when you guys first found out, were you guys all freaking out? I mean, like, was it like this is your guys' livelihood, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, deep inside, I knew that, you know, YouTube has kind of a time machine where they can, you know, take things back to where they were, almost like a save button in a video game. You just save to where you were before.
Reset, yeah.
But you freak out and then you don't. I think you have to maintain some sort of composure, you know, rally your community, yet don't go in there with pitchforks and torches,
yeah, no,
you know, demanding that YouTube do whatever you want. It's just like, hey, bear with us.
Yeah.
Don't click on any links. Don't watch these videos. We're going to be back. But a few of us were freaking out pretty hard.